Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I had the opportunity over the weekend to take a little rest after our long day Friday, and I watched one of my all-time favorite movies, The Godfather, Part 2. And you know, there's a introductory scene where Vito Corleone is really introduced to the life of crime that is to come forward in his future. When Don Fanucci shows up at the place of business where he's found a job and proceeds to extort the business owner, basically says, "It's a pretty nice business you have here. Be a shame if anything happened to it." And the business owner readily complied, surrendering some of his meager profits to the Don. Of course, we all know how he winds up. And so it is with the CEO of Salesforce. You know, he essentially is saying, Georgia, you've got an awfully nice economy there, but you're making some dangerous public policy moves, and it'd be a shame if anything happened to it. Over the last few days, he's enlisted the support of CEOs from a variety of companies you would recognize: Microsoft, Unilever, Virgin Atlantic, and Dell. What do all these companies have in common? I mean, they certainly employ a lot of people. They make a lot of money. They all do business in countries where the mere act of being homosexual is a criminal offense, punishable by imprisonment. For most of the companies, they do business in countries where the mere act of homosexuality is a capital offense. In one country that several of these companies do business with, in May of 2005, the government arrested 92 men for homosexuality who were given sentences ranging from fines to prison sentences of several months and lashings of the cane. This behavior is acceptable to these companies. They endorse it with their activity. They're happy to make money cooperating with these countries. They don't call for economic boycotts. They don't call to cease doing business there because it's good business for them. And it's also good public relations to run down people of faith in the United States of America. It's good public relations to use this General Assembly as a foil and to mislead the public about what we are trying to do. I've heard lots of people talk about freedom of religion. We don't want to do anything to get rid of your freedom of religion. Freedom of religion was protected in the Soviet Union's Constitution. We have free exercise of religion in the United States of America. That means the founders understood that your faith was not something that you took on or put off like an article of clothing. It's something that animated every moment of every day of your existence. And a legal regime that says you can have your free exercise as long as it's at home. You can have your free exercise as long as it's in your designated house of worship on your designated holy day. But please, please, don't exercise your religion where anybody can see it. Don't live your life according to your faith. Don't perform your business to your principles of your faith. There's room for all. We can all hold to our faith without anyone being mistreated. This is really about people trying to raise to the level of constitutional scrutiny the right to not be offended. Well, I have a news bulletin. If you are going to live in a free society, the price of admission is you are going to be offended. Someone somewhere is going to do something that offends you in a truly free society. They're going to say something that offends you in a truly free society. And the position that this Senate body has taken is that we are not going to sacrifice free exercise on the altar of political correctness. We are not going to establish a state religion of atheistic secular humanism. And so I'm going to close just by saying this. I will be delighted to engage in a public debate anywhere at any time with the CEO of Salesforce, who seems only capable of talking about House Bill 757, but not about his own company making money in countries where homosexuality is a crime. I call on him, and I call on all the businesses who are saying House Bill 757 is bad public policy. Announce it today that you are pulling out of every country that doesn't comport to the values you are pretending to promote. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the well.